Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. I'm telling you, baby, let me tell you a story. Sadio Mane, my play. Sorry, I can't rhyme, man. I'm like those British rappers, just saying anything and expecting it to be a song. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mane, 3-year contract is agreed with Bayern, a verbal agreement. Mane wants to come to Bayern, best club in the world. I can't even say that with a straight face. But Liverpool wants some money. Bayern offered 30 million, which is around the same. Well, it was actually 20 million, around the same Liverpool paid for Thiago. But Liverpool are considering the fact that Mane is not like Thiago was for us, where he was one of our better players. They're comparing him to Lewandowski and saying, well, you want 35 or no, 40 or 50 million, whatever Bayern want. We don't know yet. We don't know if we'll force Lewandowski and have him like an ISIS hostage against his will next season. But we'll see what happens. Essentially, Bayern are comparing the two situations and say, rather than look at Mane like Thiago last season when we got him from you for peanuts, look at Mane like Lewandowski, who you want a lot of money for. So therefore, pay up, FC Bayern, and that's it. They're saying it's going to be very soon. Sadio Mane is going to be wearing that Bayern jersey. Oh, that beautiful crest. Get rid of that Liverpool disgusting shirt off of his body. But Florian Plettenberg has been very much on top of this. Fabrizio Romano, they're saying the deal is really close to being completed. And at Bayern, we all know what close means. 4 more months of waiting. That's what close means. Next January, we'll try to get him on a free. How many years does Mane have on his contract? That's something I actually never looked at. Doesn't he have a 2-year contract left? If he has a contract that expires in 2023, then I don't know what the hell Liverpool are doing, trying to charge us all this money for him. Yeah, his contract expires next year. We could just wait a few more months and we can get Mane for free. But I don't think Bayern want to do that. Sadio Mane coming for anything around 30 million would be an absolute steal, if you ask me. Everyone thinks 30 means your career is over. Really, 30 means you still have about 4 more years left in you. Or if you're a Benzema, 10 more years. That guy's not going to stop playing well. He's going to win the Ballon d'Or at the age of 34. Oh, disgusting. I'm disgusted. But Lewandowski's best career or best highlights came after he turned 30. So for attackers, it's different. Mane is going to come in a fluid front 3, as it looks like, or a front 2. I'm not sure what Nagelsmann wants to do. If he wants to do the whole false 9 thing, like he did with Leipzig, where one striker's fast and scores like Werner, and then you have a big target man. I don't know, like, what's his name? What the dude we're looking at, Sasa Kadawi back. Damn. We ain't selling those shirts if no one can say your name. So it looks like Bayern are looking at just about every option, whether you have 2 strikers, one's just winning headers and flicking it off or holding the ball up. Maybe that's what Bayern want to do. Maybe to replace Lewandowski, you need 2 players, because Lewandowski is really one of the most complete footballers in the world as it relates to being a striker. Now, I'm not going to call him Messi, but he does give us this X factor. He scores every type of goal you can think of. My man scores free kicks, headers, tap-ins, and then the really hard chances in the box, outside of the box. And he passes. I mean, come on, incredible passing, really technical, so he holds up the ball, very physical, so he's tall, wins headers, wins duels against defenders. So Lewandowski gives you so much. So if you can't find a striker that can do exactly those things, then you find someone that can run fast and score goals like Werner. Hell no, not Timo Werner, but I'm giving you the archetype. And then you have someone that wins the ball, wins headers, holds the ball up, and that's their job in the team. So you're just going to have to buy 2 strikers then. If Mane is the guy that scores goals, runs off the striker, then we're going to need someone that's tall, wins headers, and can hold the ball up. If that's how we're trying to play with a two-man strikership, I'm not sure. Because if we're doing a 3-4-3, I'm not sure how that's going to work at Bayern. Okay, I'm not really sure. I don't want to see a 3-4-3. I want a 4-2-3-1 because I love that formation. There's so much balance in it. You have a good attacking lineup. You can utilize Muller better. It's just so much better. You can use Musiala in the 10. Then you have your two wingers. They can play as inside forwards too if you need them to, or they can go out wide. Your fullbacks, they can overlap. I just think it's better. And then Kimmich has the ability to drop in between the two. There's a lot of people saying Kimmich and Goretzka, it's not going to ever happen. And I'm starting to lean towards that. Why do we have to be adamant that the only midfield partnership that's going to work at Bayern is Kimmich and Goretzka? Why can't we get other midfielders? And Ryan Gravenberch, he's coming in to fill those positions. We don't just need Mane. I think we need a few more players after him. I'll be honest. I think we still need a world-class midfielder that's capable of dribbling out of pressure. Gravenberch coming in is a big addition to the team. But is he the number 6 that I'm thinking about? Thiago Alcantara's replacement. He's not. He's a number 8. He loves to just run into the box. He's a box-to-box midfielder in the traditional sense. He's very technical, really physical. But is he the ideal archetype? We don't know. But let's see what happens. Back on the Mane thing. In the chat right now, will Bayern Munich sign Mane in the next 1 month? Because the transfer window is just getting closer and closer to just closing. But we know this club. They wait till the last minute. And Mane probably won't participate in preseason. Gravenberch will do well here. I'm excited for Gravenberch too, but I don't want this club pretending he's a Thiago replacement, especially when we're going to lose Marc Roca. So, man, we should sign Victor Osimhen. Nah, I think he's so scrappy in the way he plays. His decision-making is off. I watched Napoli briefly, but I can judge a player after a few games. I don't know if that's the best idea, though. But yeah, he just, I don't know, man. Just scrappy with some things he does. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. In the next week, people are saying, obviously, I think we'll sign Mane. Mane, Sane. The Anes. Yeah, well, that's what we're getting. We're getting Anes, man. It's going to be fun. Seeing them play, because Sane is going to be I hope on the left. And then Mane can be in the middle. If we still have Gnabry, he can be on the right. Or no, Kingsley Coman. Just have such a great team that's just being built together. Obviously, our attack won't suffer as much if we don't have Lewandowski. It's just going to be the balance in the team. It's going to take some getting used to not have the best striker in the world. Apparently, Barcelona are preparing their next bid for Lewandowski. And that's confusing to me because we're not even answering their phone calls. So, like, what's going on? I think Bayern are going to play hard to get. You know when someone plays like, they make you feel like you can't have them, especially a female. So it makes you want them more. I think that's the same thing Bayern's going to do here for Lewandowski. They're going to make Barcelona feel like, well, Bayern doesn't really care. They can afford to lose him on a free. They probably make a lot of money selling shirts of his, which, by the way, is bad logic from Bayern because who's going to want a Lewandowski shirt if he wants to leave the club? That's just a bad investment. Buying his last shirt before he leaves. So maybe also it has to do with Lewandowski's capability to market the club, market games. Maybe the Bundesliga is pressuring Bayern to keep one of their top stars in the Bundesliga. Because if Lewandowski leaves, that's a big draw away from the Bundesliga. Because how often does a Bundesliga player finish second in the Ballon d'Or twice in a row? Exactly. Well, actually, he won the 2021 if they held it, but they never did. 2021 finished second, right behind Messi by 4 votes. So I'm saying the Bundesliga has an interest to keep Lewandowski. Bayern have an interest to keep him. So Bayern are going to act like, all right, we don't care, which they probably don't. Barcelona is just going to be like, all right, we really want Lewandowski here. We need him for our next season. We're going to bid 50 plus million. And that's where it's going. So they bid something around 30 million. Bayern just ignored it. And let's see if Barcelona come back and say, hey, take 60 million. That's what Bayern want. And then we can save that and use it for a better player. Not better than Lewandowski. I mean, just a better player in whatever position we choose. No one wants Sarr. Maybe Man United. Come on, man. Bonus Sarr. That guy's such a trash bowler, man. How did we end up with garbage? But I'm happy we have no Sarr. Noose, baby. Noose. Mazraoui. So he's going to be an absolute bowler. Can't wait for him. He's going to be a revelation. He's gonna give my eyes some blessing. I'm actually gonna watch a bowler play at right back. Years after Philipp Lahm. I remember the 2014 World Cup watching Germany. I was like, man, Philipp Lahm is amazing, right? My man was just such a, because I didn't really watch club ball that much. I mean, I didn't even know what the Bundesliga was, but I supported Iron Robin and thereby connection Bayern. But like, I didn't really care about club soccer. So I would just watch the World Cup because that's what everyone's watching in that time, right? You don't have to wake up at 7:30 in the morning, and some games are 10:30 and they're all over TV. Where would I have gone to find Bundesliga games? And then obviously just watching Philipp Lahm, I just love the way he played right back. And when you watch a player and you want to play like them, well, that wasn't that. I wanted to play like Messi, even though I was right-footed. I would try to train my left foot to be as good as Messi. And then obviously over time, I got around to, dude, how old was I in 24? Damn, I was a young kid. That's why. I was dumb. I was stupid. I didn't know what games were. But eventually I started watching like club games because I love Robin. And literally, I would watch Bayern games just to watch Iron Robin. I'd be like, Robin's not playing today. All right, I don't care about Bayern. Or I'd watch highlights. And then, man, Philipp Lahm was just such a different man. Like, he was so composed, defensively perfect, no mistakes. And then the crossing, the dribbling, people don't remember this, but Philipp Lahm, he was really technical. Like in tight spaces, he just did some things, cute touches, and gets around a player, opens a chance. Oh man, him and Robin were just devastating on that right hand side of ours. But without Lahm, him leaving, we had Rafinha under Kovac. And then Pavard came in. And I don't know if we just ever had a good player since Lahm at right back. Except Kimmich. Oh, crap. I forgot Kimmich. Yeah, Kimmich, 2017 Champions League. Kimmich was balling out, man. Kimmich was one of the best players in the team, right? And then Jupp Heynckes came back. Kimmich balled out again in 2018. And then Kovac came in. Kimmich balled out. And then Kovac's last season, or his half a season, Kimmich moved to midfield. Just wasn't that great. But we, ever since then, we just didn't have, it just wasn't that great at right back. No right back. And now we have Mazraoui. We have Ajax's prodigy, man. 24 years of age, 4-year contract. He wants to win the Champions League. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Come on, I want to see it. Because, man, my eyes have been bleeding since Niko Kovac's era. Because Kimmich, I miss Kimmich at right back, man. And by the way, we have never gotten to a Champions League semifinal with Kimmich in midfield. Just saying. Never. People are like, 2020? No. Remember what happened? All right. Pavard got injured and Kimmich had to move. Just telling you. saying maybe people keep saying Dani Alves is better. I think they were literally on the same level. Like they were, but Lam was better and more complete with his defending. Alves was just unplayable in the attacking third. But apart from that, I don't really know why people are like, Alves was outrightly better. If anything, I'd say Alves was slightly better attacking wise, and Lam was overwhelmingly better defensively, which means Lam should be better. But in my eyes, the way I like seeing the game get played, I think both of them are literally like tied for best right backs of all time. Someone's going to be like, but what about this player from black and white TV? I didn't watch him. So I grew up in middle school. I remember my friends, we would sit there and watch highlights of Ronaldo, of Barcelona, of Bayern Munich, right? And we would talk about the World Cup. This was middle school. That's my memory. I don't remember some black and white player in the 90s. I don't. I can't pretend to you that I watched Zidane because I don't know if I was born when he played. I'm not going to sit here and be like, man, Beckenbauer, wow, best player I ever watched play. I mean, yeah, I can look at highlights and realize, yeah, this guy was on a different level. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, I watched him play. I didn't. I don't really know what he was like. And the highlights I watch, those are highlights of the biggest games at the time. Not every game, not the league games, not, every Saturday. So, yeah, I think, my generation saw Dani Alves and Philipp Lahm. I saw him towards, the bigger end of his career. But yeah, that's that, man. Cancelo, Claire of oh my gosh, y'all need help. Nah, Cancelo's actually he's not even a right back; he's a left back at this point. I like how he plays. I really like. I like him. I really like Cancelo. But it's recency bias. My man has one good season, and people think he's better than all right backs of all time. Like it just like Philipp Lahm had one good season, and then another good season, and then another great season, and then a legendary season, and then a legendary season. Like he just keeps, Dani Alves, great season, legendary. You know what I'm saying? They did it consistently. When Cancelo finishes his career in maybe 5 years at Man City, and he has 3 Champions Leagues, 2 Champions Leagues, whatever it is, got to 3 finals and got 50 billion assists, we can talk. But for now, I don't think he's at that level that people are saying just because he had one great season. And I rate him as a player. When Man City signed him, you can go back on videos. I was like, I wanted him here because at Juventus, I knew he was a good player. So why are we talking about Cancelo? Let's talk about Mane. Lautaro is the only one that can replace Lewandowski. Lautaro Martinez is a good player. I think he carries a lot of good attributes that Lewandowski does. His finishing is good. Positioning is good. His work rate is even better. I think he's also good at holding the ball, really strong. Like for a striker that's 5'9", he kind of reminds me of Aguero in a lot of ways. He's just more compact, but I don't think Bayern are ever going to sign him because Inter Milan, that's their main man. And they just won Serie A. No, they got second. But, they're on their comeback. They're in the Champions League. And you can argue the Serie A is probably just more fun. And then they're going to sign Lukaku. So they're a serious club. So I don't think Inter are going to let him go. Bro, god dang. They're owned by some Chinese dude? Dang, that makes sense. That's why they can just spend money like that. They bought Lukaku for like 70 million from Man United. But it didn't even hurt them. Wait, so what was the thing about Inter needing to sell players, and then that's why Conte left? So if anything, they just did it by their own accord. So they never really needed to sell anyone. I think they just needed to look like they were following rules, And now they're probably going to sign Lukaku again. By the way, if I'm an Inter fan, I'm doing monkey signs. I'm freaking doing ooh, I'm doing all of it. How you going to leave us, right? We get money for you, and then you come back and expect me to love you again. Why'd you leave in the first place? Nah, man. If I'm Inter fans, I'm doing the ahs at Lukaku. Just saying. I know it sounds bad, but I'm doing it. But yeah, Inzaghi's just building a project there. AC Milan, I think I have a soft spot for AC because they just decline so much. You know when a team just sucks, so you kind of have sympathy for them? It's kind of the same thing I feel with AC. So when they won, I was happy. But then now I'm like, all right, they have players I want, like, from there to Bayern. Like, I want freaking Ismail Benassar, one of my favorite players in the world right now. I want him. Gabriel Jesus is a good option, not as a striker, maybe as a winger. Neymar to Bayern, one can only dream. Neymar is one of the freaking best players of my generation too. I remember, like, everyone loved Neymar, but he went to PSG. Now he's making his bags, about to end his career, making millions every month. And I think Neymar just had one of those careers where he was never going to win the Ballon d'Or because he's not as hardworking, and but he's technically better than Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, not technical. You know what I'm saying? Like, his ability to touch the ball. That's what I mean by technically. Like, technique, he's better than Ronaldo. Like, I think he's rivaling Messi for. You see Neymar play left foot, right foot, just so comfortable, so skilled. But the problem was the hard work, and that's an issue with a lot of foreign players, especially from Brazil. They grow up like needing to work hard, and then when they get there, it's just like nothing pushes them over, or they get pushed the wrong direction. But I feel, when you're from Europe, you kind of know what to do. You have more discipline. The culture is so much more like tailored for you to succeed. Like, you'll have better agents, better managers. But these South American guys, they'll become successful, and the issue is they're the only ones in their family that's successful. But in England, if you become a pro, your family has their own job. You're just your own person. So a lot of these South American stars or African stars, they pretty much provide for their entire families. Think about it. And now they have this weight on their shoulder they shouldn't really have, which means they get stressed and they start thinking about more things than football. And their professionalism goes, their hard work goes, because they're like, I already have money, and they lose motivation. I think that's what it is. They start eating and going to parties. Ronaldinho is better than Messi. Like, no, he's not better than Messi. He's better than Cristiano Ronaldo by a mile. He's on that, like, he's better than Neymar. Ronaldinho, people don't freaking remember how cool. Like, everyone wanted to play like Ronaldinho. Like, everyone and their mama knew who Ronaldinho was, because this guy did things that were crazy. But the thing was, the wrong influences in his life, because he didn't grow up in an environment that cherished success and not to take it from him and leech it like some families do. And this is what you see now. So that's why I think you have shorter term careers or primes for players like Neymar and Robinho. They just get there, make some money, and dip. Wait, Dybala left Juventus? When did that happen? No, Paulo Dybala, he's a great player. People won't say that because they don't know him. But why would he leave Juve? Honestly, I would sign him. He would come on a cheap, right? He'd literally be James Rodriguez 10.0 because Coutinho, Dybala. Nah, man, I would actually take him. I'd have him at Bayern. He's really technical. Yeah, that freaking beautiful left foot. Honestly, Bayern. That would be a good transfer, but Bayern won't do it. Yeah, he costs like 20 million. You don't have to pay him too much because he knows his career is toast. Wait, and he's free. Oh my. Dybala would be on a free? He's 28. Is it his attitude or something? Is that why clubs don't want him? Dude, I remember like a few years ago, this guy was like the GOAT. Y'all remember 2016, 2017? Oh man, 2018, Dybala was crazy. Like this kid was like the Messi or Maradona or someone. I don't know. There were Argentina fans I knew that were like, Dybala's like, he's better than Messi. I'm like, what the hell? Man, he's 28. I'd take him. He's like a false nine for us. Kind of like what Nkunku does. Dude. Hey, yo, who's trying to give me Dybala, man? Who signed him? Guys, who signed Dybala? Oh my gosh. What are my thoughts on Salihamidzic? I already made too many videos on that. David Smith says, what's up? What's up, David? Nah, I'm just learning Dybala's free. Nah. If I was Bayern, I'd be all over that. Dude, this guy's one of the best players. Wait. Oh, he's going to Inter Milan? What the hell? No, there's reports saying it. They're saying it happened, but it's not a guarantee. Is Fabrizio Romano saying it? Fabrizio Romano. If Fabrizio's saying it, then it's a different thing. That'd be so fun. I know this club ain't doing it. Vinicius Jr. just signed a new contract, which brings his release clause to 1 billion. I'm sure some Saudi Arabian man is like, yeah, we will get him or something. I don't know. Dani Alves left Barcelona. Dude, I'm still intrigued at this Dybala thing. I know he's not like the player he was, but that's probably because Juventus as a club is just in shambles. Dybala is just a good player. I mean, come on, man. Inter, how is Inter getting lucky like this? Paul Pogba's going to Juventus. La Pioche, come on. Oh, he said they're talking. George, shouldn't we look at our defense? We should. I would love Matheus de Ligt. If Juventus are in shambles, I would freaking sign them overnight, baby. Oh, man. Give me a chance to get freaking de Ligt. And I would do it. I would sign de Ligt or Koulibaly. See, people don't always think about things like this. Like a player like Koulibaly, he's come on, bro. He would be such a smart transfer. Think about it. Just turned 30, defender. So he has like 5 years left in his tank. And he's gonna come on a cheap. And he's just gonna be one of those freaking exceptional players. Every game, he's just gonna have a good game. Experience, he's gonna bring leadership. But yeah, no one does it. People don't think about these things. I would love freaking Kalidou Koulibaly, man. The bowler from Napoli. Remember when people were comparing him to Van Dijk? It's not like he got worse. It's that British fans, when they were linked to him, when Chelsea wanted Koulibaly, Man United wanted Koulibaly, Arsenal wanted Koulibaly, they all talked about him and compared and realized he's a really good defender. Like, I used to watch Napoli a lot. Like literally almost every game, especially because they were on Sundays and some games are like 2:45 my time or 1:45. So I just sit there just watching Napoli, and it was a great way to pass time because they also played well. And I love Carlo Ancelotti. So when I watched them, I was like, man, I would love Koulibaly. But I don't think he'll ever leave Napoli at this point if no big club comes calling. He had his opportunity, but he signed a new contract. Maybe because he feels like he owes Napoli something. He doesn't. Like, I think he won a cup there. Like, he did it, man. He should just move somewhere else. Somewhere where we don't have monkey chance. Oh, man. No, I would love him. There's so many good players. So that's who I get. De Ligt or Koulibaly. I think Bremer, people are saying, is he a leadership type of defender? That's what I want. Look what Alaba did against Liverpool in the final. Like, that's what I'm looking for. Like, leadership. Alaba's not the greatest center back in the world, but you can trust him to be mature in every situation. Love your videos. Love you too. Even though I don't upload. You know how busy I am? Yeah, that's why. I'm too busy to upload. Build be like, Bayern tried to hijack Dybala in last week, but he already decided to join Inter Milan. Oh, yeah. That's what always happens, huh? People were saying, Mia tweeted. The next few days will be decisive for Lewandowski's future. If Barcelona's club members approve the economic levers during tomorrow's general meeting, the Catalan club is planning to make a new bid of around 50 million for the striker. Actually, I would take it. Yeah, I would take it. Omar Richards wants to stay in Munich next season. Bayern have received a few inquiries for the Englishman, but have rejected all of them so far. Huh, interesting. Lewandowski, 50 million? What do you think, guys? So, as it stands, Barcelona are about to make a 50 million bid. I'd take it. I would take it. If I was Bayern, I'd take it. There's no reason not to. I don't know why this club just wants to hoard Lewandowski so much. I get it. He sells shirts, but who's going to be buying his shirts? They know he's leaving next season on a free. If anything, fans are going to have animosity towards him. So if I was Bayern, I'd probably take the 50 million. But Barcelona, what the hell are you doing spending 50 million on another striker, even though you already got Aubameyang? Think about that. That's a lot of freaking money, a lot of strikers everywhere. But Barcelona want that Messi kind of player, that, figure of the club. That's, because they're a club that's so reliant on having stars. I think a lot of Spanish clubs are like this. Like, they want Mbappe so bad because they're not. I don't know what happened with Spanish teams, but they don't have, every team doesn't have 50 stars. Remember the Galacticos? Real Madrid just has Benzema now. And then a team, right? They have teams now. Bayern is a team. Even though we have Lewandowski, a great player that stands out from most players, we're still a team. But Barcelona used to have stars everywhere, and then they just find a way to create a team around stars or with stars. So I think La Liga is they're desperate for an Mbappe. They missed out on Mbappe, and Barcelona want to get Lewandowski to prepare for when Real Madrid probably gets Mbappe, or they want to fill the void now because Benzema is Real Madrid's figure, and Barcelona lost their figure, Messi, so they want Lewandowski, the next best thing. That's what this is about. They're not looking for some long-term player that's going to be there for decades and years. He's 20 and he's going to just ball out for them. They want the quick fix. And I don't know if that's great for Barcelona. Like, from a neutral perspective, I would say this is so bad. This is a dumb transfer. Like, they have other issues like their defense. They have a midfield that needs some work. If I was Barcelona, I'd be looking to build a structure around players like Pedri, get the best out of them. I'd be trying to do that, not get Lewandowski, because he's going to come in and he's just going to take some players' spot. Memphis Depay is going to sit on the bench for a while. Aubameyang's going to be angry. There's going to be scruffles in the dressing room. And then you're going to have more challenges trying to sell Depay and Aubameyang. And maybe this is Xavi wanting him. If that's the case, maybe sack Xavi because he's not looking out for what's best for the club. But that's just my opinion as a Bayern fan. It's not like my club is any better at transfers. I think if we can have Mane and other strikers like Julian Alvarez were a really good team. Why? You do realize Alvarez is moving to Man City, don't you? I hope that's not news to you because he's moving to Man City. Like, it's not even a transfer rumor or link. It's like happening. I would love a replacement for Lewandowski, though. Alvarez went to City. Yeah, exactly. We need a new striker and a center back. So Bayern is saying Sasa, the guy from Stuttgart. I'll be honest, I don't know who the hell that is. His name is Sasa Kalajic. Gosh, he's not selling no shirts. 6 goals, 15 appearances last season. Yeah, I mean, I have never watched him. Like, you know, when you watch a team, you just don't know who you're watching. Yeah, like, it's not like I've never seen a Stuttgart game. I've seen like at least 4 games where Stuttgart played a team last season. And I don't remember if he was just not playing, but I don't remember like him standing out to me. Like, I know he's really tall, but I don't remember seeing him and go, like, when I watched, Patrick Schick for the first time, I knew that's a bowler. Like, in my head, I was like, yeah, he's a bowler. Like, when you know when you know someone's a bowler by just watching like one game, you realize, damn, look how he just touched the ball there. Oh, look at his movement. Like, you can just clock, this guy's amazing. I've never felt that with Sasa Kalashik. Maybe because he never played in the games I watched from Stuttgart, and I just didn't know it. But I can't judge him. But what I'm saying is, I told y'all Bayern should have signed Patrick Schick, man. Oh, my boy. One of my favorite strikers. Like, his first touch is just sexy. For a man that's 6'3", technical ability is top notch. It's crazy. And he scores, he assists. Like, I'm looking at his goals and I'm like, that's not really what I'm impressed with when I watch him. He has 24 Bundesliga goals. What I'm impressed with when I watch him is his composure. He just knows how to ball out, man. Patrick Schick will be a name. I wish Leipzig had kept him because we would have a real competitive Bundesliga with Leipzig having Nkunku and Schick. Oh, that would have pissed me off. Who's Leipzig signing? I know Dortmund have Adeyemi, but we already knew that. And they signed Schlotterbeck. It's actually a good transfer. And Nkunku to sign a new Leipzig contract. Man, Leipzig always do these transfers. So Leipzig value Nkunku at 100 million. But then there's people saying, oh, they're going to give him a release clause. Leipzig were smart. Oh, guys, another thing that I saw, Tottenham signed Bissouma. Actually, a really good player. Like, I don't know too much about him, but whenever I watch Brighton, really good player. God, my ball knowledge isn't amazing. Kalajic looks silly. Probably because he is. I'm sorry, man. No one 6'7" can bowl out. I'm sorry. Sign Andrew Tate. Is that the bald dude that's just like one of those red pill, all women are bad? I don't know. I actually, apparently we're looking at Konrad Leimer. Nah. Leimer, I like him, but he's not a Bayern level player. He's a good player for Leipzig's system, but he won't succeed at a club like Bayern that, he succeeds at the counter-pressing teams, but you'll know what I'm talking about. Just watch him more. Man, are Leipzig signing Kamara? Are they signing him? No, not that guy. There was some dude. Y'all remember the dude that balled out? He's Salzburg's player. Like, this dude was one of the craziest. Like, RB Salzburg. Yeah, Mohamed Camara. Dude, we were getting cooked by a camera. I think if Leipzig were to sign someone, like, he'd be the guy. Like, because That's what I was thinking they were signing, but it doesn't even look like he's moving anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. And what about Vardio? Where is he going? 100 million? What the hell? Wait, are they saying? Damn, Leipzig are upping their prices. Yeah, well, it's because they won a trophy, and now they feel like, all right, we're in Europa League semifinals. These players are so good, right? Because that's actually how clubs negotiate. They're like, wait, but your player was never in a Champions League finals, so we're kind of being in the skeptical zone. But Leipzig's probably at these negotiation tables, like, yo, you were in the Champions League semifinal, you were in the Champions League or Europa League semifinal. You won a DFB Pokal. You competed against Bayern. You were one of the best teams in Europe, actually, in terms of points last season. In the end, like from January to the end. So, pay up. So 102 million. Oh, holy crap. Damn. I wanted Vardio at Bayern. Bro, that guy's such a baller, man. How did RB Leipzig end up with Vardio? So, why doesn't Bayern buy Schick? Because he signed a new contract at Leverkusen that keeps him there for 7 years. I think Leverkusen could do more than Leipzig. Or no, not Leipzig. Could do more next season in general. I don't know why I said Leipzig. Yeah, Bayer Leverkusen is going to be crazy because they're going to have Florian Wirtz, who's going to be fit. They have Schick, and then Paulinho. They got Lucas Alario. And then they got, a pretty good right back in Frimpong. And then they have Tapsoba. Bro, it's a good team, but I think they need like the X factor to win a trophy or to advance in the Europa League. Because, yeah, they got third. Leipzig got fourth. But there's going to be 5 Bundesliga teams when you include Frankfurt in the Champions League next season. There's a good chance 3 of those teams advance into the knockout stages. And there's a good chance you might actually have 2 Bundesliga teams in the semifinals or one. Oh, it's going to be freaking one. You just know it's just going to be Bayern and we're going to lose. Yeah, they got Jonathan Tah. I don't really rate him, but they have him. They got a good goalkeeper. I think Leverkusen are a team with great potential. I forgot about Diaby. So, let's see what happens. Let's see what they do next season. Yeah, Wirtz will be back. Wirtz, Florian Wirtz. Yeah, he did sign a new deal. Freaking 2027. When I saw it, I was, wait, is it not actually 2028? Nah, see, when I saw it, I was like, man, I'm getting old. Because usually, happy, excited to sign my contract to 2024. And, back then that would have meant like 5 years. Now it's like 2024 is next year almost. It's getting close. I'm getting old. Yeah, he signed it till June 2027. Bro, he could be at this club for like forever. Because, all right, if he just wanted, bro, they paid. Leipzig really missed out because Roma paid 46 million for him. Like Schick he was a big talent, right? Roma in 2018 paid that much money for him, 46. Leipzig loaned him from Roma after he spent, like a season there. And then Leipzig should have signed him, but they let him go. He did good at Leipzig, but he just didn't do that great. So they just kind of let him go. And then he joins freaking Leverkusen, and I'm like, what's going on? 29 million. So Roma lost money on him, and he's balling out. He's cooking. Yeah, and Leverkusen, my man has like a decent record with the Czech Republic, his national team. Man! What about our rivals, BVB? Dortmund aren't our rivals. I think our closest rivals right now are Leipzig. Like, they are the most threatening team to me because it looks like they're going to keep Vardio and Nkunku, the only players linked to other clubs. If they lose Leimer, I think Leipzig are going to smirk because his contract expires next year and they can get money for him. And then they're going to get Camera, who's better than Leimer, like in terms of technicality, but runs as much as him. I think we're going to have and Tedesco is a manager I really rate. I think our rival is Leipzig. Like, don't get it twisted. That team they scruff out win. How do they win the Pokal? Twice with semifinals and finals. These guys were 10 men down. You know how good that adds? It adds so much good to your team to win a game like that because the players are like, yo, we were 10 men down against a good opposition and we still won. And they're going to just feel confident next season. So Leipzig are probably going to sign 1 or 2 players. They're going to come back. Even if they don't sign anyone, they get like Alex Moriba from loan, who's literally Paul Pogba's regen from what I've seen. But he's Paul Pogba's regen, but he sucks. That's the problem. So we don't know if he'll perform under Tedesco. But and then they're gonna get like, is it Brendan Aronson or someone? I don't know. I forgot his name from on loan. Like, and we're just gonna have. It's gonna be a crazy season. Bundesliga is about to go so fun. It's actually gonna, like, you can't just say Bayern win it because, like, there's a good chance Leipzig do something. And I want them to in terms of competition. They shouldn't win anything, but I'm trying to see a competitive league, man. Like, I know it sounds bad, but I don't think it'd be the worst thing in the world if Bayern lost the league for a season. Just saying. Come on, man. We're not about to win 11 in a row, right? Yeah, look, what am I supposed to say? I'm trying to see some competitiveness. Freaking, I would love a competitive Bundesliga. They're gonna have Surloff back on loan. How many goals does he have? Oh, he's trash. They should sell him. They really spent 22 million on a freaking horse. How good is Gravenberch? He's a box-to-box midfielder with lots of technical abilities, but he's young. He's not really going to get into his prime when he, gets in our midfield. He's going to need a few years to, get to that next level. So I'm not expecting him to just come in and just start, just patrolling the midfield, and being the best player in the world. I don't expect that. So my expectation is, in the next 2 to 3 years, we'll develop him. And then when he's 24, you'll start seeing like a freaking complete midfielder. So he's a project. He's a Renato Sanchez. So we can't just put this, he's going to be a revelation on him yet. Well, but he is talented. He will do incredible things in the midfield, but we have to set our expectations lower. So when he does make mistakes and doesn't pass where we think he should pass, or misses a chance, or, doesn't make a tackle, or isn't somewhere to cover a specific space, we shouldn't be like, Gravenberch just shot. No, we should let him develop, because I think it's like Patrick Vieira a little bit in terms of like the physicality and the dribbling. And I don't know, man. I just think he'll be great for this team. I'll be fine if we lose the Bundesliga but win the Pokal and see how next season. We got to win the Pokal soon. It's getting weird, right? No one else is no one else feeling like we're starting to lose that a little bit too often? Come on. Look, I want competition, but I don't want to be losing to Gladbach. We're going to lose to Gladbach next season. Bold prediction. It's going to be at home. We're probably going to be on good form. They're going to come in here and smack us up 2-1. It's that simple. You can always predict Bayern losing to Gladbach. But yeah, I'm not trying to see us lose. Like, if we lose a Pokal, let it be the final. Like, because we're the best team in the league, man. We shouldn't be losing to scrubs. I'm sorry. Our second team beats most teams' first teams. There we go. We should win more. But if we lose, it should be in the finals or semifinals. I don't mind, as long as it's not in the second round and it's like we missed out on like 4 games where we could have played younger players and developed them. Oh, next season, I'm trying to see Paul Vanna. I want to see him do well. I want to see him. Goretzka's always injured. He will be playing more than you think. Gravenberch will be playing more than you think. I'm not saying he won't be playing. I'm saying he'll play, but he won't be world class, like from the get-go, I'm saying we should set our expectations to expect him to make mistakes because he's a young player. What do you think about Newbo? Is he coming back? Because Fruchtel just left. Did Ulreich leave or just Fruchtel and Hoffman? Ulreich is still here. Never mind. Yeah, he'll be at Monaco for a while. Why did we sign him? I think it was because Neuer looked like he was declining, and then he just became great. Is Haaland coming? Haaland, that's the guy, Haaland. I never wanted Haaland at Bayern. It's just the titles. It was clickbait. My verdict on Haaland is he's a great goal scorer, but he's not a complete footballer. Like, he ain't Harry Kane when it comes to passing, right? Pep is going to keep that kid on the bench for years until he drills himself to understand Pep's system. Man City fans believe they're going to win the Champions League. You believe that when you've signed so many players. You signed Grealish, he was supposed to be the X factor. The truth is, Pep is the greatest tactician of all time, but he's not a great manager. Like, he doesn't know how to manage bad moments. If one thing breaks apart in a Pep system, or if he's in a big game, a competitive game against a team that matches him, he'll freak out and overthink it. That's what Pep does. He did it at Bayern for 3 years. I'm not surprised. He overthinks big games. Like at Barcelona, we went away. Hey, Pep, just tell the team to be relaxed. Nope. From the get-go, with no Robin Ribéry, we played Thiago in the wings. It was crazy. And we Gegen press for Barcelona with Messi, Neymar, and Suarez in their primes. Like, Pep does weird things in finals, right? His thought process, let me tell you what Pep was thinking. Okay, what will we do? Is we will I'm not thinking very much. Okay. We will press so high and so often that we will stop Messi, Suarez, and Neymar from getting the ball. That's probably what Pep thought. But the simpler thing would have been to play a bit drop back, just a normal system, and tell the players when we have the ball, try to play our way, and when we don't press too high. Because then how do we concede our goals? Counterattacks. We got toasted on counters. How did Man City concede most of their goals? It's from them, over possession, and then they get countered, and one goal. And it's like always in the most important game. Man City have a great defense. Bayern under Pep didn't concede too much, but the goals we conceded were in the most important games. So when I say Pep underachieved at Bayern, that's what I mean. So what you're going to see with Haaland and Pep and Man City fans believing they'll win the Champions League now is Pep will do the same things. It must have been the African juju they put on my mans, because he ain't winning the Champions League until he apologizes to the black players. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. They got that black magic holding him back from progress. How did I get on to Pep Guardiola? But he's the greatest tactician of all time. He's just not a great manager. I don't know, but I would see Son at Bayern. I always saw that in my dreams. Son's such a odd player because he'll just play well for like 4 months and then have a month where he just doesn't score, and then another 4. He's a great player, man. I think he just needs to get out of Spurs, but he keeps signing new contracts. Heung-min Dad is his agent, just makes him sign new contracts every year. But hey, I have a little bit of a soft spot for Spurs. We smacked them 7-2. They gave me great memories. So I low key I want to see Heung-min's son carrying a trophy. My man scoring all these goals and getting all these assists. Harry Kane he's a different freaking animal, man. I think City should have signed Kane, but I think with Conte being at Spurs, Kane thinks he'll win a trophy. Spurs need to win a trophy next season or it's done forever because this is their best team. They're signing all these great players. Basuma's a great signing. They signed – forgot who they signed. I don't care anymore. Pep is not a great manager. Yeah, he's a great tactician, though. There's a difference between a manager and a tactician. Like you can say Jurgen Klopp or Hansi Flick. They're great managers. Like they keep the team so freaking structured. They trust players. They figure out if Pep doesn't like you, you're getting sold. Like, he won't try to fix you. Like, how many players came out and were like, Pep's a prick. Like, he just doesn't care. Mario Götze came out and was like, Pep doesn't care about the human side of the game because he's a tactician. That's what it means. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like he's a bad manager, but so Pep is a great tactician, like the greatest of all time, as in he'll coach his team. But then in a final, he doesn't know what to say to them when they're losing at halftime. He'll probably tell them new tactics they need to follow, but he doesn't know how to get that motivation out for them to go to that extra space that's not there or been discovered before in their heads. That's what I mean by Pep isn't a great manager. He can't manage players as human beings. He can only manage them as tools in his system. And his system is it. So he'll keep Haaland on the bench until Haaland learns the system. Just like he kept Grealish on the bench. That's it, man. It's not a hard thing to understand. Don't you agree that Zirkzee deserves another shot? Zirkzee is not going to be a world-class striker. I said this to people when they were hyping him up for scoring 2 goals. Look, let's let Zirkzee develop. Let's not put this pressure on him. I think he'll be a backup, but let's be honest here. He played in the Dutch league, not the Champions League. It's not the same thing. But all right, thank you everyone so much for watching. I'm gonna go to the gym. Sane was our best player first half of the season. Then our coach didn't listen to the quote, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, Pep is a master of, if it ain't broke, fix it more, because I think Nagelsmann is taking after Pep in a little way. Because you just know his justification for moving Sane to left back or right wing again. I don't know, maybe to make him more politically flexible, not just left wing all the time, pick some right wing opinions. I don't know. But no, seriously, maybe it was to make him get better on both wings. So to keep the team fluid. But if it's already working with Sane at left wing, why change it? Sane literally had the most goal contributions in the Champions League, at some point. And then, now he does it. But why did he change it? It's that sort of thing that affects a player. Because Sane's I was doing well, now I'm not. What is it? What's wrong with me? Because look, even though Sane's a confident man with some of the clothing he wears, that doesn't mean he's a confident human being in everything he does. Vidovic needs to shine. Gabriel Vidovic, man, we got some good youngsters, but unlike some other teams, we just keep playing veterans. Bayern were a freaking G club. We would let Lewandowski go and play Vidovic, or just try something else and see if we have a kid in our academy that can be world class. Why not, man? Dortmund do it all the time. Vidovic actually looks freaking technically solid. My man scores. He's so technically savvy. Come on. Mia San Mia and peace, baby. I'm not doing these streams often. You lost the plot, ladies and gentlemen. If you think I'm gonna be live tomorrow, you're dumb. I'll be live at 2 p.m. All right, it's getting postponed. 30 minutes. I do need to be more consistent.